Hi, and welcome to the daily reading for June the 14th. And as every day this year, we're reading from Jesus Calling by Sarah Young, and we are enjoying peace in his presence through this book. Okay, so June 14th. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Before time began, I knew you. For years, you swam around in a sea of meaninglessness, searching for love, hoping for hope. All that time I was pursuing you, aching to embrace you in my compassionate arms. When time was right, I revealed myself to you. I lifted you out of that sea of despair and set you down on a firm foundation. Sometimes you felt naked, exposed to the revealing light of my presence. I wrapped an ermine robe around you, my robe of righteousness. I sang you a love song whose beginning and end are veiled in eternity. I infused meaning into your mind and harmony into your heart. Join me in singing my song. Together we will draw others out of darkness into my marvelous light. And this ties in with Jeremiah 31, verse 3. Isaiah. This was working earlier. My eyes were working earlier. Oh, nope. It's Isaiah something or other. And Peter 2, verse 10, I think. Second, is it First Peter? Oh, is there 1 Peter and 2 Peters? You know, sometimes the readings, the chapters are like First Corinthians. This looks like it's First Peter. Chapter 2, verse 9. You'll have to explore that. Isaiah, looks like Isaiah. You know what, I'm going to use a little pinhole. You know, like if you haven't watched the videos before, sometimes I use this tiny little pinhole to see what the actual numbers are. So Isaiah 61, verse 10, Jeremiah 31, verse 3, and 1 Peter 2, verse 9. So there you go, simple as that. It's quite an interesting little trick, but it does work. So if you are someone who wears glasses, and I do wear mine when I'm having to do something online, I've come to kind of just accept that for now, because I was trying not to wear them at all, and I just felt there was just my eyes were getting really tired. So I have been wearing them when I'm having to do stuff online so that I can actually do it without it taking hours, and also without my eyes feeling really tired. So, but I am hoping that eventually they will, I'll not wear them anymore. And I am wearing predominantly a prescription pair that I had made years ago. So I know that my eyes are improved, because I wasn't like able to see very well with them at all before I started this little experiment a few months back. So if it's the first time that you have joined in with these videos, that's why I squint while I'm on here, because I'm not wearing my glasses. And yeah, it's a decision. Anyway, back to Jesus. And it's interesting, isn't it? A lovely thought that when the time is right, and I don't know if the time was right for you, but certainly the time was right for me, for Jesus to pluck me out of, I wasn't in despair. I had been kind of adrift for many years, but it was a health issue that made me turn back to God, because I had turned my back on God many years ago for a couple of reasons that were very strong within me. And I have come to, believe in a God of my understanding and the connection with Jesus on my own terms, if you like. Not that they're my terms, they're their terms, God's terms, Jesus's terms. But it was divine timing. It was definitely divine timing, the way everything played out with my health. And I will be forever and eternally grateful for Jesus stepping back into my life, because I think each day becomes a tiny little bit more joyful for me as I progress through my life. So that's great. And join, I love this. I want to join Jesus in singing his song Together we will draw others out of darkness into my marvelous light. So into the Christ light. And I believe that we all have that Christ light within us. And it's really just a case of me sharing my Christ light so that other people can discover theirs, so that they too can experience this little bit of extra joyfulness each day. 5 minutes is up, as always. Namaste. Love to you all. Bye now.